So hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucy and today's video is going to be all about organisation, one of my favourite topics of all time. So if you're new to this channel, hello, welcome, and be sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss a video from me. I believe this is the first proper video I've made about organisation and I'm really excited about it, mainly because I live my life in a I try to live my life in a very organised way. Whether or not that actually happens is debatable. And I feel like organisation is something that we all want to know more about and want tips and tricks on all the time. So I wanted to talk about what works for me in the hopes that this might help you in some way if you're kind of having a bit of a mare in your life and you're just feeling really disorganised, everything's getting on top of you. Hopefully these 5 tips will really help you out. So these are just general tips, kind of like your starting point on how to become more organised. If you would like more information or kind of greater detail about anything in this video, then do stick around because I want to make more videos on the topic of organisation and things that work for me. And hopefully this is just the beginning of the organisational content and I hope you love it. So tip number 1 is to have a diary. It sounds really simple, you've probably heard this loads of times before, but the thing is you need to find a diary that works for you and that is appropriate for your life. So I have, weirdly, both a paper diary like this. This is from Papier and it's just so beautiful. It's like initialed, it's got my name on it, and this is just a week by week paper diary. It's really great. But I also use my calendar app on my iPhone to track anything that I'm doing. So basically if I've arranged anything, whether that is a doctor's appointment, going out for dinner with a friend, you know, if I have to, you know, pick up a book or pick up some laundry from somewhere, I don't know, these imaginary scenarios, I put everything in that diary. So this one when I'm on the go, and then I'll transfer it into, oh that's the wrong way around, my paper diary. So the reason I have 2 diaries is because I am very visual in the sense that I need to write something down for it to stick. So I really love being on the go and having access to this diary where I can just like pop open my calendar, see what I'm doing during the week, but then also having this diary to kind of like really map out things. So I'll put like meal prep in here, I'll be like, oh I'm gonna have this meal on this day. I also put in like filming days when I'm gonna be filming videos for you all. Also like whenever I'm going to be uploading everything, I put everything in this. So this is like my one hub of a diary. I usually don't put work things in there like meetings or anything, but I'll put work things in there, for example, if it impacts my personal life. So if I have to work an event in the evening or if I have to work a weekend, I'll put that all in here. Basically, to feel more organised, it helps if you know what you're doing for the next week. I mean, a lot of people prefer to be more spontaneous and maybe, you know, my method is very kind of like type A and quite anal, but I really like being able to see for the week what I'm doing so that I can meal prep, so that I can, you know, work out when I can like have time to myself and everything like that. So one thing you can't plan is when the builders next door are going to be building when you're filming. See, even I couldn't plan this into my life. Ridiculous. I'm sorry if it's really loud. But anyway, tip number 2 is to use apps. You know, we have this incredible gift of technology and there are so many apps out there that can just organise your life for you and it makes it so much easier. So I wanted to run through a few of the apps that I really find helpful for when I'm feeling really stressed out and I just need to organise my life. So number 1 on the kind of iPhone is the Reminders app. So for example, I always have a list of things to do that I can just check off. And you can also put timed reminders on them so that you can choose a time when there's going to be an alert for you to do that thing. So for today, for example, I've had film this video, check, film another video, which I've already done, check, and to wash my jacket, which I haven't done, but I will. So then I can check that off and just literally, you know, it makes me feel so good being able to check that off and it makes sure that I actually do the things if it's a timed reminder and it pops up on my phone. I think that's really helpful. That Reminders app is literally how I just get all the stuff done in my life. It's so helpful. I also use an app called Habit, which is where you can set yourself goals and it sends you reminders for you to do those things. So the idea is for it to form a habit. So I have basically trained myself into doing so many things through this app. So I set a goal for myself to bring lunch into work every day so that I stop spending money on pointless lunches that cost like £7 each time I go. And instead I've been bringing lunch in every day for the past few months, and that is because of that app. So it sends you reminders saying, have you done it today? And then you literally kind of check in every day that you've done this thing. So I also set a habit reminder to look at my budget every day. So I've set myself a personal budget of what I want to spend each month, and just to make sure I'm not like spending ridiculous amounts of money on stupid stuff. And that really got me into the habit of updating my budget every day with my complete spending history. It seems a bit like excessive, but I know what works for me, and I know that I need to hold myself accountable, and that's the only way I'm going to become more organised and better at doing things. So using apps is great. There's also kind of loads of organisational tools out there. For example, a really common one is called Trello, which has like boards of different kind of like to-do lists and things you can really work on. It also separates them by, you know, work or personal, so that you have a lot more flexibility and freedom, and it's just all mapped out there for you. So do check out Trello. I don't use that because I have my own kind of to-do list system, which I will go into, but that's a really great one that I know lots of people on YouTube love. Number 3 is something a bit more like personal. It's not like an app or anything you can use like that, but it is to manage your social life. So what I have learned over the past few years is that planning too many social things during the week makes me really disorganised and unproductive. What I have started to do is limit the amount of social things I do during the weekday. Now you might think this is just stupid and excessive, and why would you stop yourself having fun like that and seeing your friends? But instead what I try to do is do no more than 2 social things-ish a week. Sometimes it's 3, but this allows me to have my me time and to have my time when I can get stuff done. So when I'm done with work, I know I can come home, I have a free evening to do like washing, or even just to sit down, cook a good meal and read my book. Like, I need that time in my weekday to really just relax and get myself together again so that I can be productive and I can be organised. So giving yourself time set aside that you can just focus on yourself. Don't plan too much during the week if you can help it. However, if that really works for you, then great, keep going. But I think it's really helpful for me especially to have time off during the week where I can just get my thoughts together again and get organised again. I call them my kind of like weekly check-ins. Like a Sunday night check-in is the biggest thing. I never plan anything on a Sunday, especially a Sunday night, because that is my time where I get all the stuff done I need to. I meal prep for the week, I do my laundry, all of this stuff. And also your friends aren't going to be annoyed if you say, oh, can we do next week instead? You know, I think like people will understand if you need your me time and you need time to organise your life. That's fair enough. Number 4 is one of my favourite ways of doing a to-do list. It is a timed to-do list. So this won't work for everyone, but if you're like me and you need structure in your life and you need kind of a strict to-do list, if you have loads going on, then sometimes I like to map out time by time allocated slots for me to do things. So for example, when I'm at work, this really works best when I can structure my time around meetings. So, you know, I'll say like 9:30 till 10:30, I have to, you know, send all these books out to journalists. I just find having the structure of, you know, knowing what time you're going to do stuff and having that structure to your day really helps. And naturally, you're going to run over sometimes. You're going to, you know, not stick to the time to-do list. That's fine, but just having some flexibility around it and knowing you can shift things around and prioritise things really helps. Another favourite of mine, if you're feeling really overwhelmed, is a 3-point to-do list. So this is what a lot of organisational gurus suggest, is that your daily to-do list shouldn't be longer than 3 tasks. This is because when we are faced with a long list of things to do, we don't do them, we panic, we procrastinate, we put things off. If you have 3 things on your to-do list, that's breaking them down, it makes it really easy. And it also allows you to prioritise, which is the biggest thing about organisation, is prioritisation. So I feel like the 3-point to-do list is what I always fall back on if my timed to-do list isn't working. And my 5th tip is to work out what is best for you. So that seems a bit wishy-washy, but my advice to you would be to try loads of different methods and to see what sticks. So whether you're kind of more like me and you find writing things down like really soaks it in for you, or if you're the type of person who needs kind of reminders, so you need to put reminders into your phone, you need people telling you what to do. Some people really find that works for them, or having friends to hold you accountable for stuff. Some people really find that works. And before this video ends, I just want to highlight that preparation is a key tool for organisation, in the sense that if you don't allow yourself time to prepare for things, then you won't be organised throughout the week. So for example, on a Sunday night, have a bit of time to prepare for the week ahead, or the night before work or the night before school. Make sure that you have your clothes laid out, you've got your lunch prepared and your bag packed. Little things like that literally will save you so much stress the next day and make you a more organised person. Because the thing is you need to make the most of those moments where you are feeling productive, to make your life easier for you, say in the morning, when it's often hard to be productive and it's really hard to be organised in the morning. So make the most of the night before where you can just prepare. So preparation is key, and make the most of those moments when you feel organised and prepared. That sounds to me like I've waffled on for quite a while about organisation. But if you would like more of this content from me, then please do let me know down in the comments. Let me know your key organisational practices and ideas and tips, because I love this stuff. This is like my true Monica from Friends moment. I'm living it. So thank you all so much for watching. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. I try to make weekly videos, so hopefully you won't go too long without a video from me. And thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!